Hey guys,
Hey guys.
so today I want to speak to you about how to teach your children about money. So, whether you've got very young children or whether you've got teenage children, we will all agree that teaching children about money is very important. This is clearly why a lot of people watch channels like ours because they wish their parents taught them about money growing up.
Absolutely. And so we wanted to share four quick things
Mhm.
that you can start teaching your kids to teach them about money.
Yep, if you're really enjoying today's video, we'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. Just that shows a lot of support for the work we put into our channel. Okay, and obviously like it as well whilst you're at it. Okay, all right, let's jump straight into the very first tip we would suggest is to use everyday things around you. Okay, so here's an example. I sometimes do the school run, Mary and I do swaps. And when I do the school run, one thing I try to do, apart from just listening to music or complete silence or just chatting with the kids, one thing I try to do is to look around me and spot everyday things. So, for example, it could be a fish and chip shop around. And I often just ask the kids, like, how do you think that chip shop makes its money? Yeah. And it's very interesting when you have that conversation because they're like, they come up with some really very interesting ideas. But the point of that conversation is really for them to understand that money is not just something that their parents get from the bank,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
and that people have to work for money, and that work is a way of serving other people by offering good services by exchanging some value, like you have, a chip shop is providing food and refreshments and so on. By doing that, they're able to swap that service or product for some money,
Yeah.
and they might then make a profit, which might then help their livelihoods and so on. So another examples could be as well, if you're walking along the street, could be a local accountancy firm or a local, dry cleaners. Each and every one of those services around are good examples for how to teach your child about money.
I love it. Real life examples in real time. That's
Yes.
brilliant. Because the boys, they do pick up on things, on their way out to school or when they're just going out. Like we were at a petrol station yesterday, waiting for you to get something from the shops. And Joshua saw a big photo on the car wash of a Lamborghini. Get to the car wash, they said, Mummy, you see, we need to buy a Lamborghini, otherwise we can't have our car wash. Like, obviously, he's just being very cheeky. Like he doesn't, he tries to find every opportunity to buy for us to upgrade our car, but he also knows that we're quite sensible when it comes to how we choose to spend our money. But anyway,
What's our second tip?
our second tip is to teach them how to budget.
Yeah.
So our boys usually get money for birthdays and Christmas from their grandparents, and so we usually tell them. This is how much you've been given. This is your budget. Buy whatever it is that you love. And so they have become really good, whether it's shopping online on Amazon, they know how to filter by price, so lowest to highest. But we've also taught them about, buying quality items as well. So they know how to read reviews. And so, yeah, so they're really good at buying within their means. Another example, if we went, for example, to Smith's, there's no
Toy shops,
tantrums. There's no tantrums on the
Exactly.
aisle. There's no like we're not trying to fight any battles because
Yeah.
they already know what the deal is. They know what the time is.
And I love that they always say, "Oh, this is not within my budget."
And we're like, oh,
Because
wow.
that phrase alone,
Yeah.
is powerful.
Yeah, we
Like,
don't have to
you know,
interject and say like,
Because
yeah.
they've adopted some limitation in a good way.
Yes.
And on the other end, which is that, do you know what? I know I can try and spend all the pocket money I've got, but I'm actually delaying the gratification.
Yeah.
I've actually got a certain limit that I can spend within, so that I still have money left over for tomorrow
Exactly.
and for the future.
Exactly. So that applies again with the pocket money
Yeah.
that they've been able to save. That they're good at saving their pocket money to buy something that they like that maybe wasn't within their budget. So
Yeah.
that same principle of budgeting, they're able to apply it not just in their birthday money but also their pocket money when it comes to buying things. So yeah.
Our next tip is on having themed conversations at home. Okay, so we've had to learn this ourselves as parents, and in fact, Mary and I thinking of one day creating something that we hope will help to encourage better conversations between parents and their children when it comes to money. Okay, so if you guys would love that idea, we're still thinking about how it might look. If it's something potentially practical, let us know in the comments if you'd love us to explore that. But what I'm talking about here, themed conversations, is to choose a topic area to have a conversation about with your kids and make it interesting. So, for example, I was having a chat recently with our boys about income. Yeah, income. So, like, income is one of those things that just happens. People just earn their income, but no one ever really wonders, like, how did we come to adopt of the view of income that we've got today? Yeah, like, who told us that we needed to go and work and have a job and only work for money and work our 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Not that there's any wrong with 9 to 5. 9 to 5s are great, but who taught us that idea, and why was it we were not taught alternative ideas for how you earn an income, how you make income, how you generate income? So we were having a chat, and I was saying to them, you've got two main options. There are three, but it's two main options. The first is earned income, so you go and work and you swap time and you make some money. And the second is unearned income, so it's basic income coming from assets and investments. And then that raised another conversation. What is an asset, Daddy? What do you mean? And then we were like, oh, what do you think is an example of an asset? And you're like, a yacht, maybe a house, and then we were, coming up with different things like their cards, there's cards they play with. Football cards, and this made the conversation fun because then you're able to then decide, like, why is this an asset? Why is it not? And then why do some assets generate income and why do some assets not generate income? It's very interesting because then what this is teaching children is, do you know what? In the future, I don't have to sweat for every dollar or pound or euro or whatever I earn. I could actually make some money from investing in assets.
Love it.
You can also have other themed conversations, like you could talk about debt, you could talk about spending money, you could talk about giving money,
spending with credit cards or debit cards.
They're different themes. This is why I said we should explore something that means that we find a way of helping people come up with these ideas for what to talk about. But anyway, what's our last tip?
So the last one is to teach your children to be entrepreneurial. So we don't just give them pocket money for no reason. It's usually earned, and for them sometimes they might want a bit more, but they know that they have to earn it. So, like, for example, real life example, this morning Joshua said, Mum, please can you create an eBay account for me and Elias, because we want to sell our toys that we don't play with anymore.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good. They're always wanting, because we always like talk to them about ways that we can make
money. Yeah.
And so that's something that we'll be doing. It'll be like a summer holiday challenge. School's over in a couple of weeks, so that will be like a good task for them, like a project for them to work on over the summer. So just teach them how to be entrepreneurial. And something that we always teach them is that if you can solve a problem, people will pay for it. And so, if you're very good at learning to solve other people's problems, that's one thing that we teach them. So we teach them what is an example of solving a problem.
I've got a good example.
What's going?
So remember, I set our second son a challenge to learn Time by Hans Zimmer. And so this is a piece, you can kind of Google it. It's from the film Inception. It's a piece by Hans Zimmer called Time. So I set him this challenge to learn Time by Hans Zimmer on a violin. And do you want to just explain how much buzz that gave him? And the challenge was, if he could learn the piece by the end of the summer, he would get £100.
Yeah.
Right? So what we're doing there, the real thing we're doing there is teaching him to acquire a new skill, right? Or to get better at a skill that he is developing, or to put more effort into it. And what happened the day? Tell the guys what happened the very day I set that challenge.
So just a bit of context, they're already learning the violin. They're sometimes keen, not always keen. It's sometimes a challenge to get them to be enthusiastic about practicing. And so Dad, you could overhear me talking to Elias, trying to convince him to play. And so Ken came up with a bright idea for E to learn time, like he said, which is quite complex. But shockingly, this was like, 7:45?
In the evening.
In the evening.
Yeah.
Elias was up till like 9 p.m.
It's honestly 9:30.
Yeah.
Is that 9:30?
I had to say, Elias, we need to stop now.
Yeah.
We need to go to bed. like it's enough now. It's okay. You've got
Yeah.
the whole summer. But wow, he was so incentivized.
He was on it.
I couldn't
He'd gone
not
on
stop
YouTube.
him.
He'd gone on YouTube
Yeah.
and found
It's a tutorial, so they show you step by step like which keys to play at the time, and then he plays alongside the tutorial, and we're both learning it to help him on this. But yeah, we'll keep you
keep you posted on that one.
Posted on that. But yeah, he was really, really, really incentivized by that.
Guys, we really hope you've enjoyed this. We wanted to make this super short, in real time, as you can see, completely unedited. Wanted to let you guys just share these tips. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have enjoyed it, again, we'd appreciate you supporting us by just subscribing to our channel, showing some love, and also jump in the comments and let us know what are some of the tips you've got for how to teach children about money. What are some things you wish your parents taught you, as you were growing up? It'd be good to actually hear what those are.
Yeah,
you guys jumping in the comments and letting us know. Okay. But apart from that, do please share this video if you found it useful. Other people who might want to learn about this. And if you enjoyed this so much, we've got so much to share on this topic that we might actually create a part 2 or potentially a part 3 on this topic of teaching your kids how to about money.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
And as always, in all things, be thankful and seek joy. Take care. Bye.